hey, my name is Kyle. I've made my clients hundreds of thousands. I personally make over 30K a month, and I've automated tons of things for them. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through what are actually the best things to automate that will save you time, will save you money, and is actually worth doing. And at the end, I'm going to rank each department and saying what is the best thing to automate. Is it marketing? Is it finance? Is it delivery? Is it fulfillment? Is it sales? I'm going to walk through every single thing, break them all down. By the end of the video, you'll know what the first thing you should be doing and automating is, and some stuff you should just completely forget about. All right, let's get into it. So there are about 40 items here that we're going to be ranking from marketing, sales, fulfillment, delivery, and finance. Now, I could have just done marketing, sales, fulfillment, delivery, finance, but I wanted to break it out a little bit more because there's quite a few steps in between each of them that dictate where each one goes. But anyways, let's jump straight into it. Cool. So cold email sending. So we'll go through all the marketing ones first. Where do I rank now? So again, it's ranked by money it makes you. So cold email is probably one of the best use cases for implementing AI and automating it. But the problem with is, so it is a great, but I'm not going to put it at S because what ends up happening a lot is people don't just change like one variable in the email. Instead, they make the whole thing written by AI and then it looks rubbish. But probably cold email is probably one of the best things to automate. Arguably it's S tier, but I'm just going to put it at A because it is a really, really good thing to do, but I wouldn't put it at S. Right, leadless enrichment. Yeah, that's 100% S tier, bro. The reason why that's S tier is because there isn't a single person who manually is enriching a lead list. I think that is probably one of the best things that's ever been automated because it means you can get through thousands, genuinely thousands of leads, which you can use for a lookalike audience in a meta campaign. You can use it for cold email ads. You can use them for an email sending list as well. Like I've seen so many strategies you can use. I think that was one of the best use cases of automating and will make you more money because in doing so, you can, again, have better ads, have better emails, that sort of stuff. Ad reporting, I'm going to put it at B. Now, the reason I'm going to put it at B is because it's good. Like, I would recommend you implement it, but it's not going to be the be all and end all of what makes you more money. Because when you're running ads, it's the creative, it's the campaign setup, it's the landing page. Yes, knowing your numbers is so important. Like, if you don't know your numbers, you're going to be shooting in the dark. But even then, the Meta Ads dashboard as like a basic level will be able to tell you sort of what's going on. Obviously, you should set it up, but I don't think it will make you the most money compared to other stuff. Like if you were sending out more cold emails, you'd be getting in front of more prospects, which means you'd be making more money. So when thinking and remember, like ranking and what will make you more money, I do think having your reporting dialed in and actually knowing what's going on is super important, but I don't think it'll make you the most money. Content repurposing. Again, I'll put that at B. Again, I don't think it'll make you the most money, but it's a great use case of it. It's a great use case to automate because you can push out way more content. And by the way, all these systems I've built for clients so far. So I do think it's a great strategy, but again, I don't think it'll make you the most money. I think there's better things. Social post scheduling, bro, D. That's arguably E. Nah, I'm putting it E, bro. That is shit. Social post scheduling, I do not rate at all. I genuinely think it's a waste of time. Please do not waste your time making a system which auto posts like social posts. And when people ask me to do it, I'm like, what is the point of this? Because it won't make you more money. Also, the platforms don't like when you automate the posting of your posts, I guess. Like for example, on YouTube, it will actually, I'm confident. I mean, I'm not a YouTube expert here, but I'm pretty sure scheduling just doesn't do as well when it's like posted via like an API. So like some other platform posts it for you, or Instagram. Loads of people say if you schedule posts, it's not as good. So I'm putting that E tier. I wouldn't spend my time doing that. It was a waste of time. Webinar reminder emails, obviously that's S tier. Actually, I'll put it A tier. The reason is because for some clients, I still manually send them. And the reason is because I want to change it every single week. But actually automating this process will make you a lot of money because sending out webinar reminder emails is one of the most important things that affects show rate and actual retention rates, booked call rates. The reason is because within these emails, you're pre-framing what's about to come. So they have tons of like awareness of what's going to come, who you're like, trust, all that good stuff. So I'll say it's A tier because it will make you a lot of money if you do it right. The reason it's not S is because you can still do it manual and get great results. And it's not too hard to do manually. So yeah, A tier is fine. Review requests, D tier, bro. Like it's good to get them. I just think you should manually ask. I think you should manually ask for review requests, and it's not going to make you a lot of money. It's not eater because it's still decent and it's probably worth automating, but I wouldn't. I don't think it's worth your time. Retargeting, audience sync, CETA, genuinely. Like, it's decent, will make you a bit of extra cash, but the main thing, I would rather have my reporting than retargeting, because retargeting will get people back into it, but even if your creative's dead, your ads are dead, it doesn't mean anything will even happen from that, because you need to know your numbers first, and there's better ways to get in front of people first. But that could be a very easy group of people to capitalize on. Carrying on, sales, speed to lead, reply. That is S tier. That is genuinely, if you're going to automate anything, that's probably one of the best things to automate. The reason is because everyone knows. Harvard did a study, I think, I don't know, a couple of years ago. They found out if you get to leads within like 5 minutes or like 1 minute, it increases conversions by 391%. So in order to 4x your business, if you have some type of automation which just notifies you or sends out a text straight away or forces you to call them straight away, like for example on Go High Level, you can do a call connect thing where when a lead comes in, it calls you, you pick up, and then it goes to call the lead. You can set up things like that, and you can make so much money from that. So that is S tier for sure. One of the best things you can do. Booking and no-show nudges, B, because yeah, it will increase show up rate, but the main thing that will actually get people to show up to calls is actually the pre-framing on the thank you page. More so the video you have there and the videos there. The email that you send out will help increase show up rate, but it won't make you so much more compared to a speed to lead or webinar reminder emails or cold email sending. These are more important because 1,000 people, if you don't send these out, it could be the difference between 300 and 500 people showing up. Whereas this, it could just maybe drop show up rates by 10%. So of booked calls. So yeah, it's not as important, but it is important. I would set up. Cool notes to CRM. Worth automating? Yes. How much money will make you? D. It's not gonna make you loads of money. Like, it's not. It really isn't. But it's good to have. It's good for organizational. So if you're trying to get around to maybe back-end systems that you've been meaning to do, but you haven't done yet, yes, it probably is worth doing, but it won't make you loads of money. But it's good to keep note of that. Proposal generation, ooh, A tier for me, genuinely. The reason why, it saves loads of time, and because you have a way better design proposal, but you can make it super quickly. I've signed clients just because of how good my proposal was, because it clearly lays out what I'm going to do, timeline, scope of work. I think that is a really, really good thing. Super underrated as well, because a lot of people, they either just send over a price or they just had some Google Doc that they send over, which can work. I'm not saying it doesn't, but from my personal experience, what I've built out, that has been super, super valuable for me, and has made me tens of thousands, and my clients lots of money as well. Lead scoring and routing, B. I think it's B. It's good, obviously, because you route the right sales reps. If you're like a round robin thing, you won't waste time on systems that, or people that aren't actually any good. So it's all right. Like it's nothing special. It won't make you lots of extra cash. It might just help your sales rep better prioritize their time. I have built out quite a few of these, but they're all right. They're B. You know what I mean? They make you a bit of extra cash, but they won't make you like a 10x, 5x multiple, based off introducing that. Long-term follow-up, D. The reason is because, I'm not going to lie, if you're doing long-term follow-up, that lead is not closing anytime soon. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, but it won't make you a lot of money, and it's just a pure nurture thing, so it won't make you a lot of money. Contract and e-sign, I think it's very similar to proposal generation, so I'm going to put it at A, because I'm just going to say like these are two of the same thing. I've already explained my reasons why. It saves loads of time, and people will actually sometimes just sign because of how cool it is if you make a cool one. Database reactivation, I'll put that A as well. The reason why is because the first thing you do for a client, if you're jumping into a system, I love to do it having tons of leads that they haven't touched in a long time. Crazy. Anyways, a lot of leads that they haven't touched in a long time. We send out emails, SMSs to get them back to the sequence. You might get like 5-10 booked calls from that. Let's say 40%, 30% close. They have I don't know, 6K offer. That's an extra 18K. You can get it up to and running really quick. So I think that will make you lots of money, and quickly as well, which I think is why it's worth automating. But you can also just mass send it out. But I guess that counts as automation. So yeah, we'll count that. Sweet. On to fulfillment. So the client onboarding kickoff. I'll say B. I think it can make you lots of money, lower churn as well if you have a good system, but you don't want to do too much automation where people don't feel like it's personable anymore. But if it's like things like you get off a sales call, get the transcript, you set that client up, and all the systems running in the background like NAN off make.com. Very, very good. How much money it'll make you? It might lower churn because people could get a win quicker, but I don't think it's going to be the be all and end all. So I don't think you necessarily need it as well. Tasks from templates. So that's like for example, in ClickUp, you have different tasks and you have like subtasks underneath it in different projects. I mean, you don't need it. Genuinely, you don't need it in this day and age. You really don't need it. It's good to have them for like a project management workflow point of view, but it won't make you lots of extra cash. Data sync between apps. See to be honest. It's similar to ad reporting, where it's like, for example, let's say you have your Meta ads, you want to sync them to your CRM, like Go High Level. That'd be a data sync. So that's an automation because you're not manually dragging and dropping CSV files. So yeah, I think that's quite a good use case. Again, it won't make you too much money, but it's good just to be on top of. It can help you move quicker. It can save you a lot of time. And if you have a high hourly rate, that'll make you a lot of money because now you can spend that hour somewhere else. For example, on sales calls or a new growth strategy, that's going to take you to the next level. So it's decent. Document generation. Again, that's just same as proposal generation. So we'll put it at A tier. You've already had my reasons, so I'll keep it there. Quality assurance checklists, D tier. Like, this is the thing. Things on fulfillment really aren't going to make you the most money. That's the point. This is why you should focus on automating things that will make you the most money first, because then you can have the cash flow to put it into the system that maybe that have the biggest ROI, but should be done. And a quality assurance checklist, yeah, it's good. And I think it can make you loads of money because it will stop you from making brutal mistakes, which could, cause a client to leave, not think you're as good, that sort of thing. So I think it's good to have to make sure you're looking through it. But yeah, it's not gonna make you the most money in the world. Support ticket triage. I'm going to put that at A tier actually. Now the reason is because if you have a lot of support tickets which come through, and you see a lot of companies do this, sometimes there's people asking such common questions that you can set up an AI chatbot, which I have done for another one of my clients. It's on a Shopify store as well, and it can answer so many common questions. And I think it cut his entire time he spent there tons. You spend like 30, 40 hours a week on it, cut down to just 3 or 5. And that was just the unique use cases where it wouldn't be safe for an AI chatbot to deliver on it, like a change in address or giving a refund. But if it's just like, oh, where can I buy this? What size am I? Those sort of questions, really, really good. Save you tons of time. I think about it, that's like, 30 hours you got back, 27 hours you got back. And if your hourly rate is like, I don't know, $500, that's an extra like 13.5K a week. So yeah, very, very good there. Scheduling and dispatch, C tier. So basically this would be like, for example, if you have a Shopify store, in terms of the productization of it, scheduling, dispatching, sending out orders. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's basically already automated. You can do it manually as well. I guess it will make you money, but they've already bought it. So it's just C tier. So those are fulfillment. Then let's move on to delivery. So client status updates. Will it make you a lot of money? No, it really won't. D tier. I don't automate this all. So I still manually say to my clients what's going on because I like to check in with them. I like to connect with them, build a genuine relationship with them. So I wouldn't recommend this. But if you're doing like a big offer, like a big coaching offer, maybe it's a good idea, but I wouldn't implement this. I would only ever implement the stats you could send to them. So for example, you're reporting on like what your Meta ads did. From there, you have like a weekly automation which pulls more from the last week and says, look, hey, these are all the stats. And then you manually send the message and let them know about them stats. So yeah, it won't make you the most message, could lower churn, but it could also increase churn. So a bit of a risky one. Then we have live client dashboards. Now these I'm going to say are A tier. So these are something I build out as well quite often. The reason why I think this is so good is because you get to see so many numbers that before you wouldn't have seen in just all these different platforms that you have. Like you might have a GHL, like a Trello, Airtable, HubSpot. You might jump into ads as well. Your cold email platform might be sending off instantly. There's all these different locations where there are stats and metrics for that specific platform, but they're never all linked together. And what I do is I make a lot of them get synced into one. I call it like a CEO dashboard, and it's so much more effective. So for me personally, it allowed me to start tracking stats like LTGP to CAC ratios, CAC per platform, that sort of stuff. And when you're tracking those numbers, they go up. So yeah, obviously cash collector and revenue as well. But yeah, really, really good implementation. I think if you're going to automate something on the fulfillment or backend side first, a live dashboard is really, really good for that. Handover and offboarding. Again, it's good to automate, probably C tier. Again, it won't make you the most money, but It's decent. It's similar to client onboarding, but you still want a manual touch in there because I think that will make you more money than automating it. Feedback surveys are easy, bro. If the feedback's good, if they're actually giving you good feedback, it will make you more money. But to be honest, the best way you're going to learn is going into your market, pitching an offer. They say yes or no. Then actually speaking to your clients, figuring out how they're using your product, the way that they like to use it. That would be way better than automating it. So yeah, I'd say it's a very low leverage task. I wouldn't do it until you have a lot of these other stuff sorted first. Meeting notes to actions. D. Again, it's good to have an idea of what it is, but again, it won't save you the most money, but it's decent. It is decent. So I would recommend looking into it, like with Fathom, because that's up really easily, and then it will remind you what you need to do, but it won't make you the most money. But it's good to have it's like an organizational productivity thing. Internal operations digest. So basically, it goes through all your internal like platforms and just tells you what's going on. C. I'm going to say C there. I think it could help you save on expenses you're not paying for, like subscriptions and stuff. And if there's any, like, you're dropping the ball on any projects, which could cause clients to leave, it's decent. I think it could stop you from losing a lot of money, which is why it's a decent thing. I'm going to put it at C there. Carrying on, we've got SOP generation. Oh, that is good. I'm going to put it at B though. Yeah, it's good. It's not going to make you the most money, but it is really, really good in terms of training up new people, which means you can hire quicker and scale quicker. So it's the byproduct of having those SOPs, which is the most valuable thing. So that's why it's definitely worth automating, and it can save you tons of time. Obviously, writing it manually is good. I would still, like, for me personally, I still record how I do things. So it's easy for someone to understand why I'm doing certain actions, why I'm taking certain things, but it can save you a ton of time manually writing it out. Access provisioning, so just giving people access, probably eats it, bro. Because I'm not going to lie, if you give someone the wrong access, you're going to lose a lot of money. And it's not that hard. You have to jump into a couple of platforms, give them an account. But again, people do automate it. It's not like you can't. It's not like it's illegal, but it is quite risky. So I wouldn't automate it. Anyways, now the last one, last business department, which is finance. So invoicing on milestones, should that be automatic? I guess it will make you cash. B. Yeah, B, like, it will make you money, but people might cause issues. You might not have actually achieved it. This needs like a verbal agreement as well. Yeah, it's decent. It's decent. I still think actual having a proposal generation thing is way better, but it's pretty good. Payment chasing, so reminding your clients to pay. That's easy. Now, I don't do this. In fact, I don't do this myself, but I have set it up for clients. Basically, what you have is you can have like it can be a make or NAN. Basically, every 7 days, 14 days, 28 days, every 7 days, it reminds you to follow up. Now, I just instead get a Gmail message that comes straight to me saying, look, here, all the invoices you need to follow up with, all the proposals as well that you sent off as like a reminder. And I think that is a really good use case, because this alone will remind you to jump on top of clients like, oh yeah, I need to charge them. And you've already done the work. You know what I mean? Or they've already said, yes, just send across the invoice, but you forgot. So this is like one of the lowest leverage. It's arguably S tier, arguably, but I still think it won't make you as much money as a speed to lead or leadless enrichment. Yeah. Then we have expense categorization. So if, like, you have something like a QuickBooks or a Xero, it will do it for you. Just accounting platforms. D tier, like, it's handy. It won't make you the most money though. Payroll runs. D tier. D tier. Probably decent to automate, but if you get it wrong, it's very, very bad. But if you get it right and you set it up right, it can probably save you a lot of time, because basically maybe it takes you an hour to 2 hours to pay people every single day. Again, if you have a high hourly rate, that saves you a couple of hours every single day or every single week or month. But you're probably not doing it too often for it to be worth automating above some of these other things. So I would leave it. I'd leave it out, to be fair. Subscription waste audit. I guess it will save you a bit of money again. D tier, not too crazy. Yeah, it's not gonna change your life, but it's good to maybe like save a couple of expenses here and there. Cash flow dashboard, C. Now, it's not as good as a live client dashboard or the ad reporting, because you can check your bank and just get the exact same thing. But it is good to know what is going on, so you can understand what risks you should be taking, or if you should be taking risks at all. And finally, we have the commission calculator. Like, it's not worth automating. What's the point? It's pretty simple. You can have like a spreadsheet, I guess, which does it really simply. So it's not worth like building out a whole big automation for. It won't make you loads of money. So I'm gonna leave that at eater. Cool. That was my tier list of things actually worth automating. There's so many more things you can obviously automate, but I want to now give you my final thing on what I believe is best. So I'm going to rank now these overall departments. That's what you've been waiting for. I'm going to rank these overall departments on actually what is the best thing to automate. So the way I like to see it is, if you're going to automate it, first you should do it in the order of things that probably pay the most. So that'll be outreach, that'll be converting more clients. And then you should move to the back end, which is retaining clients and make sure they don't slip out, because you don't want a leaky bucket. So marketing overall, I'm probably going to put A tier. If you can automate a lot of marketing processes, that'll save you a ton of times and make you more customers, and make you more. But it's also public facing. So if you have and dashes everywhere and that sort of stuff, it's not that good. It will probably cause more damage than it's worth. Sales, B tier. A lot of good sales stuff you can implement as well. Should be automated. Actually, I'm gonna put sales at S tier, because if you really think about it, like a checkout, going onto a page to buy is probably the most efficient sales process you can get. So arguably, it is S tier if you set it up properly. I wouldn't recommend, if you're selling a high ticket coaching thing or a high ticket service, to start out that way, but it's a good thing to implement. Fulfillment is B tier for sure. It can help a lot, but it's not really worth it. It won't make you the most money, but it will help you retain a ton of clients. Deliveries, pretty good. And then finance overall, I would say, is just C tier. So delivery and fulfillment are sort of the same. Finance is C tier. There's a couple of automations you should get, but it's probably still good to have a person looking at things to make sure you're not doing something illegal or that is dangerous. So yeah, that is my tier list. Hopefully you guys think I'm sick. I'm really cool. But great video, W video.